Outro grande sonho que eu estou vivendo. Vim para um grande desafio. Espero contar com todos vocês. E eu vim aqui para fazer história. Ici, c'est...
Alves and Messi, brilliant touch from Messi, even better from Messi, cuts it back, Suarez falls over it, Neymar puts it in! Messi, Suarez, Neymar spells danger. It's Neymar, it's game, set, and match, Barcelona. The perfect finale.
There are players who define an era, and then there are players who could have defined football itself. From Brazil's golden beaches to Europe's grandest stages, one name shone brighter than anyone else. Neymar da Silva Santos Júnior, a prodigy, a showman, a superstar who had everything: the skill, the fame, the flair, everything except fulfillment. Because while Neymar conquered the spotlight, he never conquered destiny. This is the story of a genius who danced with greatness, but never quite touched it. Before the fame, before the bright lights of Paris or the roar of the Camp Nou, there was Santos, a small coastal city in Brazil, where football is not a game, but a religion. And there, in the academy, once blessed by Pelé himself, a skinny kid with a mohawk began to make defenders disappear. Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. He joined Santos at just 11 years old. Every coach said the same thing. This boy doesn't run with the ball runs with him. He could stop on a dime, twist through 3 defenders, then smile like it was nothing. At 17, he made his professional debut. And in his very first season, Brazil saw the future. He scored 14 goals, created even more, and played with a confidence that bordered on arrogance. But that arrogance was beautiful. In 2011, he reached immortality. Santos lifted the Copa Libertadores, their first since Pelé in 1963. Neymar scored the goal of the tournament, weaving through the entire defense, a solo run that felt like a dance. He was crowned the South American Footballer of the Year, still a teenager, still wearing braces, and already being called the next Pelé. Every match was a carnival, every touch a show. He wasn't just Brazil's new star, he was their new hope, and Europe was watching. In 2013, the world's biggest clubs fought for him: Real Madrid, Chelsea, Manchester City, but Neymar chose Barcelona, because that's where his idols played, because that's where football was beautiful. The presentation was like a concert. Thousands filled the Camp Nou to see the boy from Santos become the new star of Europe. At 21, Neymar was smiling, juggling, waving, and behind him, Lionel Messi watched quietly, knowing change was coming. And when the season began, the world witnessed the birth of something extraordinary. Messi, Suarez, Neymar, MSN, a trio that would redefine attacking football. The connection was instant. Neymar's dribbles pulled defenders apart, Messi's passes sliced through them, and Suarez finished the chaos they created. By 2015, they became unstoppable. Barcelona won the treble, La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the Champions League. And in the final against Juventus, Neymar sealed it. A last-minute goal, full of confidence and swagger. The perfect ending to his European dreams' first chapter. He wasn't just a Brazilian star anymore. He was global. Billboards, commercials, children copying his hair, his tricks, his celebrations. Neymar had arrived, and for a brief moment, it felt like football had a new air. At Barcelona, Neymar had everything. The trophies, the fame, the money, the world's most beautiful football. But behind the smiles, something was changing. He was brilliant, yes, but no matter how good he became, the spotlight always belonged to someone else, to Lionel Messi. Every headline, every award, every Ballon d'Or belonged to the Argentine magician. And slowly, Neymar began to feel the weight of the shadow. He wasn't jealous of Messi, he respected him, admired him, but he wanted what Messi had. He wanted to be the main man, to lead, to define an era, not just live in someone else's. His performances were world-class, goals in finals, assists, trophies. But when he looked up at the stage on Ballon d'Or night, he was always behind, always second or third, never first. By 2016, the whispers had begun. He'll never be the best while he's at Barcelona. He needs his own team. He needs to leave Messi's shadow. And inside, Neymar agreed. He didn't want to be the apprentice anymore. He wanted to be the master. August 2017, the football world stopped. Paris Saint-Germain paid the unthinkable, 222 million euros, a world record fee that sent shockwaves through the sport. Neymar had done it. He left Barcelona. He left Messi. He left the shadow. In Paris, he wasn't the apprentice anymore. He was the project, the star, the most expensive footballer in history. The day of his unveiling, Parc des Princes was electric. Tens of thousands of fans packed the stands, cameras flashing. Neymar in the PSG shirt, smiling like a man reborn. For months, he was unstoppable. Dribbles, nutmegs, flicks, goals. He was pure entertainment, the very definition of Brazilian joy. He led PSG to domestic dominance. And for a while, it looked like destiny had finally arrived. But behind the goals and glamour, cracks began to form. Injuries returned, criticism grew. And the one thing he came for, the Champions League, kept slipping through his fingers. Paris gave him the freedom he wanted, but not the fulfillment he needed. Injuries, heartbreak, and frustration. The story that was supposed to be about dominance became one of struggle. Broken metatarsals, torn ligaments, months on the sidelines. Every time he recovered, another injury struck. The Champions League dream, gone. Year after year, PSG fell short, and Neymar's legacy began to fade. Critics questioned his attitude. The media focused on the parties, the fame, the lifestyle, not the football. And when PSG fans booed him in 2022, the message was clear. The King of Paris had no kingdom left. For years, Neymar was everywhere, and yet nowhere. The face of Nike, of Red Bull, of luxury, but not of football greatness. He became a global icon, but not the world's best. And deep down, he knew it. The same boy who dreamed of being like Pelé was now chasing relevance, not glory. He left for Saudi Arabia in 2023, a league far from Europe's elite, far from the spotlight he once owned. And with that move, it felt like the dream had finally ended. Neymar will always be remembered for the joy, the flair, the tricks, for the moments that made us fall in love with the game again, but also for what could have been, the Ballon d'Or that never came, the Champions League that slipped away, the World Cup that ended in tears. He had everything, except time and discipline. He was too good to be forgotten, but not focused enough to become immortal. Neymar da Silva Santos Júnior, a player who inspired millions, but never fulfilled his destiny. In football, talent can make you a star, but discipline makes you a legend. Neymar had the world at his feet, but destiny demands more than skill. It demands sacrifice, and that was the one game Neymar never truly won. This is Studio Football 7, where we tell the rise, the fall, and the truth behind football's greatest stories. Subscribe and join us for more.